There we go. Welcome on in to the first game of the Ripken League 2022 Championship Series. Number 2 seeded Bethesda Big Train here at Frank Mann Field today, taking on the number 1 seeded Alexandria Aces, the regular season champions in the Ripken League. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties to get started, but that's Garrett Felix leading off for the Train. Now he's got a full count. Matt Delano on the mound for the Aces. And I'm Allie Navarrete here with Bennett Solomon. The 3-2 low, and Garrett Felix going to take his base with a walk. Bennett, how are you now that we're finally on the broadcast here?
Well, we're underway, and what's surprising, Garrett Felix is on base, Allie.
Yeah.
That was a hell of an at-bat by Garrett Felix right there. You know, he fouled 3 pitches off to get to a full count, and he got the base on balls right there.
Yeah, serious battle from him. He leads this team in walks. Wouldn't be surprised if he led the league still. Haven't checked that stat in a while, but so good at getting on base. And once he's on first, it's pretty dangerous, so look for him to get around. At the plate now, Warren Holzmer. Delano, the first one, low and in the dirt. Felix going to go to second easily. And like I said, once he's on first.
Well, that was just a good dirt ball read from Felix right there. The Aces catcher didn't really know where it was, though, once it came in. But sneak behind him, and Felix was able to advance to second. Now, early scoring opportunity for the Big Train here in the championship.
Yeah, 1-0 count to Warren Holzmer. Speaking of the catcher, behind the plate for the Aces is Jacob Friend. The infield, Cade Sullivan at first, Brendan Harity at second, Connor Offshack at third, Adam Tellier at short. The outfield, CJ Boyd left. That one another ball, count 2-0 now. Center field, Eddie Hakopian, and right field, Dylan Kuntz. So a 2-0 count now for Warren Holzmer. Calling time.
Well, the Big Train have a really nice crowd here tonight.
They do. Hopefully y'all can hear it, sort of. It's a packed house behind us here at Frank Mann Field in Alexandria, which gets me really excited for what Shirley Povich is going to look like tomorrow night. Delano, the 2-0. Again, low. That's 3 balls straight. So the Big Train without some of their most powerful hitters. Luke Nowak unfortunately suffered an injury on Tuesday during BP at Gaithersburg. Peyton Schultz suffered an injury, left early. John Kramer pulled his hamstring last week, left early. That one in, count now 3-1. And then Emilian Pitre, no injury, but also has left Bethesda. So definitely a bit of a different Big Train lineup, but still, this team is so talented, and hopefully they can get it done today. The 3-1, grounded to third. Tossed over to first. Garrett Felix will hold at second. Now up to bat for the Big Train, DM Jefferson. Moving from the 2 to the 3 spot. Now that, like we said, Pitre is no longer with us.
We're so used to Jefferson being in that 2 spot.
Yeah.
I think he adjusts well, though.
So again, Garrett Felix still on second. DM at the plate, and on deck batting cleanup, Sean Lane, who I'm very excited about.
He's been hot.
Yeah, he's been real hot in these playoffs and in the second half of the season in general, but especially in that Gaithersburg series. Did so well. Pickoff attempt to Felix. Ball goes past the second or the shortstop into the outfield, so Felix going to be safe, but that one was a close call.
Yeah, I think if Delano puts it on the second base bag right there, I think they do have a chance to get Felix. I think if he didn't pick off, I think Felix was going. He's got a pretty good read on, the pitcher right there.
So still a fresh count here to DM. No pitches yet. Delano eyeing Felix again. First pitch, ball 1.
A lot of times these pitchers will kind of focus on the batter, obviously, but they may forget there's a runner, so they might one look at second base. Felix will realize that and take off for third.
Delano taking his time between pitches. Sends in the 1-0, 2-0. So again, the Alexandria Aces, regular season champions of the Ripken League. I believe these two teams ended tied, but tiebreaker goes with the series between the two, and the Aces had the advantage this season over the Train. I believe Train have only beat the Aces twice this year. That one in, count 2-1. And the last time they did was at this field in like June.
Yeah, I mean, we very successful against them early on in the season, but really couldn't get their number to end it.
The 2-1 chop foul at the plate, count 2-2. Yeah, I mean, you look at it and it's not like they kind of got hot and ran away with the league, because they were still losing games. It's just they found a way to beat the Train every time. And so obviously they ended the season tied. I believe their final records were both like something in 26-10. And getting the nod from Ian, he was telling me that was correct. So 26-10, but again, they get that advantage and they have the #1 seed, which is why we're at Frank Mann Field. The 2-2 high, but full count now.
Well, obviously they seem to have our number at the end of the season, but
Yeah.
it's the championship series. None of that matters now, and it's a new best-of-3 series. Here we go.
Yeah, and the Train played really well against Gaithersburg. A crazy game to get started, 13-12, but then absolutely dominated at Kelly Park on Tuesday. We're looking really good. The 3-2, that one going out to center field. Hakopian tracking it, and he's under it. That's 2 outs for Sean Lane.
Ball's not going to fly tonight. There's a wind blowing in. You know, any fly ball, it's not really, unless you get, you know, a real piece of it, it's going to struggle to put a fly ball over the fence tonight. So Big Train really need to get a lot of, you know, line drives into, you know, through the infield or line drives in the outfield to score the runs tonight.
If anyone, though, is going to get a piece of it, it's probably this guy at the plate right here, Sean Lane. Like we said, batting cleanup now and has been absolutely electric in these playoffs so far. First pitch into him, that one going out to center. Hakopian calling it again, and he's got it. So that's 3 outs for the Train now, end of the top of the first. When we come back, it will be that guy right there, Eddie Hakopian, leading off for the Alexandria Aces. Welcome back. Bottom of the first. On the mound for the Big Train is Cade Woods. Behind the plate, Jason Schiavone. Your infield, Sean Lane at first, Colton Hegwood at second, Warren Holzheimer at short, and TJ Rogers at third. And in the outfield, DM Jefferson left, Trey Wingett center, and Garrett Felix right. So that'll round out your Big Train defense. Coming up to bat first for the Alexandria Aces, like we said before the break, is Eddie Hakopian, the center fielder. On deck, Adam Tellier, the shortstop, and in the hole, Dylan Kuntz, the right fielder. Eddie Hakopian has been very impressive for these Aces so far this season. He'll be headed to University of Maryland in the fall, so I'm very excited to watch him in Big Ten play.
I'm very excited to just see him here. I played with Eddie Hakopian, and such a nice kid, such a nice player as well. He's really just worked really hard to get to where he is now. And yeah, like you said, excited to see him as a Terp.
Yeah, it should be very exciting. He's got one of his teammates on the field right now in Sean Lane. Cade Woods, first pitch, ball.
Like we said earlier, Cade Woods on the mound. And the last time he faced the Aces, you know, the first 2 innings he pitched went really, really well, but then he kind of fell apart in that 3rd inning. Let's see if...
That one well hit by Hakopian. Colton Hegwood tried to get his glove on it, but couldn't, so Hakopian going to reach first. Coming up now, Adam Tellier, the shortstop.
Like I was saying, it's a new game for Cade Woods, so I think he'll bounce back.
Sun's starting to peek out.
It is.
First pitch to Tellier in the zone. Woods already starting to bounce back. Again, we were driving here and it was pouring, and we were so worried because we heard news that if this game didn't happen, we were going to have to play here at noon tomorrow and at Povich at 7, which is just a lot.
Yep, that would have been fun.
The 0-1 low. Shivoni can't quite protect it well enough, so Kopian going to advance into scoring position.
Kind of the same situation the Big Train we're in. Big
Yeah.
Train we're in the top of the first, you know. Wild pitch gets the runner over to second base after leadoff man gets on. See if the Aces can get this running.
Woods, the 1-1, grounded to Hegwood. He loses it again. So now runners in the corners for the Aces. Gonna call time as Dylan Kuntz comes to the plate.
Now up to bat for the Aces, number 18, Dylan Kuntz.
Well, an early jam here for the Big Train. This is, you know, they need to make sure they can't let this get too out of hand quickly.
Yeah. First pitch to Kuntz, ball. Yeah, so now Tellier on first, Kopian on third. No outs for the Aces. Woods, the 1-0, bat completely tossed toward the Big Train dugout.
He's trying to kill
Strike
Coach
one.
Lopez.
Yeah,
right now.
seriously. You joke with him, try to throw it back at him. Count 1-1 now.
I mean, I think Kuntz needs some more pine tar on there. Seen a lot of fastballs from Woods so far. Let's see if he starts mixing it up a little more, as the Aces seem to be making contact with that fastball.
Yeah. Again, the Aces are a very talented team offensively.
Well, these are the top two teams in the league for a reason,
Yeah.
Allie, and it's really, really exciting to see them go head-to-head for a trophy.
Second year in a row, it's the Train and the Aces. Running is Kuntz, or excuse me, Tellier. He'll advance to second.
That's a really good block there from Jason Schiavone. That saved a run right there.
Yeah, so Tellier going to advance in scoring position, but like you said, very important that Kopian didn't come home there. 2-1 count now as Woods still faces Dylan Kuntz. Woods fires. 3-1 now.
Be the worst thing to load the bases with a walk here, as it sets up a double play, but gonna need to get a ground ball if that happens.
The 3-1 in. Full count. Kuntz might have thought he had that, but Woods fighting back. And like you said, the last time we saw Woods pitch against the Aces, it did go well for about 2 innings, and then he kind of started to struggle with walks, but that was also at Shirley Povich, so this is his first time pitching at Frank Mann Field. Full count pitch, fouled back.
He's throwing a lot of strikes, which is a good sign.
Yeah, I mean, we've mentioned it before also, though. Cade Woods, just an incredible story. Saw the mound for the first time in 14 months playing for the Bethesda Big Train early June, and has since just been rolling, and it's been really cool to watch him. The 3-2, that one popped up foul toward the Aces dugout. So Kuntz with some serious fight here.
It's crazy because, you know, he had that injury, and he works all the way back, and now, you know, he's starting in one of the most important games of the season.
Yeah.
And the amount of trust that head coach Sal has in him, it's amazing.
Yeah, that takes a lot. Woods, the full count pitch again, and down swinging goes Dylan Kuntz. First K of the game.
What an impressive pitch right there. That was a 3-2 slider. He was just pounding the zone with fastballs, you know, earlier in that count. I don't know if we saw an off-speed in that pitch besides that last pitch, and just great execution from Woods.
Yeah. Coming up now, C.J. Boyd, the left fielder. First pitch to him, high. Ball 1.
That strikeout might have got a little more energy into Woods right there.
Yeah. The 1-0. That one popped up in foul territory. Sean Lane coming over. Everyone coming over, but it's going to drop. Strike 1 still. Lane was going, Felix was going, Hegwood was going.
No, right there, if there was one, fielder there out of the trifecta to catch it, would want to be the right fielder, as he has his momentum coming towards home plate. If Hegwood or Lane is able to make the catch, he's going to have to, turn around with their momentum going towards the outfield, and that's basically a free run right there for the Aces if that happens.
Woods, the 1-1. That one grounded to Holzmer, going to throw it over to first. A run will come home, but now 2 outs on the board. The Aces take an early 1-0 lead. But Woods finally a little backup from his infield.
Not surprising, infield was playing back right there. They're okay with the Aces getting that run. This offense is, as we talk about all the time, it's just very talented, so they can live with 1 run on the board early, and they'll definitely get on base more to tie the ball game eventually, hopefully.
Yeah, now up to bat, Cade Sullivan, the first baseman. First pitch in the zone to him. Adam Tellier out there on third, now the lone runner on the field for the Aces. Woods off to a good start here against Sullivan. The 0-1, low for ball 1. Woods, the 1-1, swing and a miss there from Sullivan, count 1-2. Woods, the 1-2. Ball 2, that one was a close call.
Yeah, that didn't miss by much.
No.
Fastball there from Woods that tried to paint the inside corner. See what he does here.
2-2 count to Sullivan. Again, 1 runner on, but 2 outs. Woods fires, and down swinging goes Cade Sullivan. So the Big Train in a bit of a jam, and 1 run does come home for the Aces, but what a finish from Cade Woods. When we come back, TJ Rogers leading off. Welcome back. Top of the second.
TJ Rogers.
At the plate for Bethesda is TJ Rogers. On deck, Baylor Cobb, who's the DH tonight for the Big Train. And in the hole, Jason Schiavone. First pitch to Rogers. That one fouled back.
For first time in a while, seeing Baylor Cobb back in the lineup. In that playoff game on Tuesday, went 2 for 4, hit the ball really hard. So it was just great to see Baylor. Such a nice guy. So see what he can continue that.
The 0-1 high, ball 1-1, and the dugout is rowdy. Welcome to the playoffs.
welcome to the championship.
I think Baylor has his mustache back. The 1-1 bounces in the dirt for ball 2.
I think it's more of a goatee right now.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, come on.
Anyways, he shaved it for a little bit.
He did. But hey, if he's grown it and got 2 hits on
That's what I'm saying.
Tuesday, you can't shave.
Maybe that's the answer.
You can't shave.
Baseball guy's so superstitious.
Oh, yeah.
I've learned.
I was superstitious.
The 2-1, that one popped up in the infield. Calling it is Tellier, the shortstop. And he's there. So Baylor Cobb going to come up to the plate.
Now up to bat.
I think every athlete's superstitious. I had like
you
specific
have to be.
songs I would listen to before races and like all that kind of stuff.
No, but I mean, I'd wear, for a home game, I'd wear a certain undershirt. For an away game, I'd wear a certain undershirt.
Yeah.
I kind of messed with it, though, when it mattered, and it backfired.
I had like one suit I like the best, like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
First pitch to Baylor Cobb, low and away. Ball, as Patrick just yelled. Is Patrick in the banana?
No.
Saving it for the right time.
I guess so.
The 1-0 in, count 1-1. Delano, the 1-1, 2-1. But like you said, some really great contact hitting from Baylor in Gaithersburg. 2 singles, but then also we've seen this guy hit a home run or 2 this season.
He's got power.
The 2-1, that one flying out to left field. Under it, and there is C.J. Boyd, back-to-back outs.
Now up to bat, Jason Schiavone.
Jason Schiavone coming to the plate. 2-out pressure on him.
We're going to have to avoid the pop-outs and fly-outs tonight, like I said earlier. We'll see if the Aces, or we'll see if Delano goes and faces the Big Train for the second time in the order, because usually these bats start to warm up when they face pitchers for the second time.
Yeah, that one high. Ball 1. On deck, should we see him, Colton Hegwood. That one low. Ball 2. Delano not finding the zone too much early on here. The 2-0. That one grounded to the third baseman, but out of his glove. Schiavone pushing for 2. And he makes it safely. Jason Schiavone gets the first hit for the Big Train.
Hegwood.
The guys like that 2-out pressure, Bennett.
They do. Some people may be like, oh, that's a speedy catcher out there. Well, this was, you probably talked about it earlier, but this was Jason's first year playing catcher.
Yeah.
So he was
made the
I
transition
think
in college.
he was recruited as a shortstop.
Yep.
And so that's why you see that speed out there. That shortstop speed from a catcher.
Yeah, it's very impressive. So yeah, he's quite speedy. Push for the extra base, and now a runner in scoring position. Colton Hegwood at the plate. First pitch to him, away for ball 1.
We've seen Colton use the opposite field a lot here, and this would be probably a great time to do that. Sending it down the left field line would definitely score Schiavone.
I'm telling the dugout to
Yep.
knock it off, quote. The 1-0, swing and a miss there. Again, definitely a little bit of tension between these two teams.
Oh, definitely.
Top 2 teams in the league by quite a bit.
Yeah, they're high stakes.
Delano, the 1-1, in. So now ahead over Colton Hegwood. Delano, the 1-2, and Colton Hegwood goes down swinging. So Schiavone left stranded. Big Train bats, though, start to warm up a bit when we come back. JT Carter will be leading off for the Aces. Welcome back. Bottom of the second, leading off for the Aces is the designated hitter, JT Carter. Cade Woods entering his second inning of work here. Woods, first pitch, ball low. The 1-0 to Carter, high, ball 2. Woods, the 2-0, in for strike 1. On deck, Jacob Friend, the catcher in the hole. Connor Offshack, third baseman for the Aces. Woods, 2-1, swing and a miss there.
Yeah, good job of Woods to battle back from the 2-0 count right there. Now 2-2. So he comes back with the slider to finish off Carter.
He's looking a bit more aggressive than when the game started. That one in low, full count.
Woods has been trusting his fastball a lot recently, and he's kind of thrown the slider when you least expect it. Like last inning, the 3-2 slider. Let's see what he throws here. I think he goes back with that fastball.
Woods going to take a step off, regroup. He's got 2 Ks on the day. Ended bottom of the first with 1 to Kate Sullivan. The full count pitch, high, and that'll be the first walk for Cade Woods. Carter going to take his base, and Jacob Friend coming up.
Well, if Woods is missing with that fastball, it's been up recently, so.
First pitch away.
See if the Aces play a little small ball here to try and get out to a 2-0 lead. It's early in the game. I think their coach will let them hit, though.
The 1-0 in.
There's that slider.
Again at the plate, Jacob Friend, the catcher, who has been very impressive this season. He's a Cal Ripken League All-Star.
He's also very good behind the plate.
Yeah.
He's a gun.
Seriously. That one in again. Woods ahead 1-2. I was going to say, on multiple occasions, I've seen Jacob Friend get runners out in the infield. It's never really missing an opportunity to do so.
That's 2 straight sliders from Woods. I think he goes fastball, some high heat right here.
The 1-2. That one well hit past Sean Lane. Be a base hit for Jacob Friend. Carter going to advance into scoring position.
I'm kind of surprised to see a 3rd slider in a row there. Friend was probably waiting for that. Threw 2 in the zone, get to 2 strikes. Now he's got another jam to work out of.
That he does. 2 runners on. JT Carter on second, Jacob Friend on first, and Connor Offshack coming to the plate. No out still for Alexandria. Woods, first pitch to Offshack. Ball. I don't want to speak too soon, but it's turned into a very nice night.
Allie,
I know, I'm sorry.
Don't do it.
But it's so beautiful right now.
It's nice right now.
The sky looks good. I wouldn't say it if the sky didn't look good. The 1-0 way high. Shivoni grabs it. Count 2-0. The 2-0. Low for ball 3.
Ooh, the 2-0 slider right there. Definitely seems to be trusting that slider throw strikes. It didn't work there.
Very interesting, but warming up in the pen is Braden Jones, Bennett. The 3-0 high, and that's ball 4. A 4-pitch walk for Offshack. Coach Lopez going to come out. But Luke Baker's heading over to perhaps get Braden Jones. This is an interesting approach.
Braden, he hasn't been warming up for the longest time. This could be just another one of those Coach Lopez talks. However, we have seen Lopez come out and pull the pitcher.
Usually it's a Coach Sal
But
moment.
this is this is kind of what happened in the 3rd inning of last time Woods started. Struggled finding that strike zone.
Yeah.
And these Big Train definitely can't afford to leave him in for that long if he's not throwing as many strikes.
Yeah, so Wood's going to stay in, but again, I'm thinking we're getting a little Braden bump action.
Yeah, we're getting a little Braden Jones out of the bullpen. I don't think we've seen. We only saw that.
I think there was one time it happened.
Yeah, and it was this situation.
Cade had a,
It
but
was
that
Cade's, it was just Cade's first start back.
Yeah, Cade had a 3-batter limit at that time. Has progressed so much since then. First pitch to Brandon Harity, ball. Yeah, that was the last time we saw Braden come in later.
The most important thing for these pitchers is to really throw the strikes, pound the strike zone.
Yeah.
Make these aces hit it.
The 1-0 to Harity. That one he hits. Chops to Colton Hegwood, going for the double play. Out at second. Safe at first. And one more run will come home. JT Carter comes all the way. So now runners in the corners for the Aces, and we're back to the top of the order with Hedy Hakopian.
Number 11, Eddie Hakopian.
That ball was just not hit hard enough to turn 2 for Colton Hegwood right there, and obviously that's the 9 spot. He's pretty fast. Kind of treat that as a double leadoff. Runner goes.
Out at second is Jacob Friend. So, or not Jacob Friend, excuse me. Brendan Harity, Jason Schiavone with a Great play there. Like we were talking about, Jacob Friend always going 4 people behind the plate at this field. Jason Schiavone shows what these big train catchers can do.
But here's Cade Woods again, battling, really, limiting the damage a little bit here.
The 0-1 swung on and missed by Hakopian, count 0-2, and that he is.
Getting help from his defense, obviously, and that Jason Schiavone caught stealing really helps there.
Yeah.
It was a great job by Woods.
The 0-2 low, ball 1.
Looked like a changeup from Woods right there. Good pitch, low in the zone. Trying to get Hakopian to bite there.
The 1-2 to Hakopian. Fouled toward third base side. Still a 1-2 count here.
I think Schiavone signaling for a high fastball.
Woods fires. That one is high. Count 2-2.
Changing the eye level there. I say slider down.
The 2-2 and down swinging goes Hakopian. Cade Woods gets his 3rd K. The Aces tack on another, take a 2-0 lead, but some great stuff from the Big Train infield, and a K from Cade Woods rounds it off. So the Big Train bats will look to make something happen. Trey Wingett leading off when we come back on the top of the Welcome back. Leading off here in the top of the 3rd is Trey Wingett. On deck, we'll be back to the top of the order with Garrett Felix.
I just want to say, great job done by Cade Woods in the last inning. That was a bases loaded, no out jam, and he was able to just get 1 run out of that. So, great job.
First pitch down and swinging, Wingett. Yeah, serious credit to Cade. Looked much more confident. The 0-1 in, so now ahead 0-2 is Delano. And also credit to Jason Schiavone, a nice caught stealing moment. Delano, the 0-2, Wingett fouls that one back. The 0-2 again, and down swinging goes Wingett. So that's first out, 2nd K for Delano.
Garrett Felix.
Well, now we roll over back to the top of the order. Garrett Felix on base machine coming up.
Yeah, seriously. On deck will be Warren Holzheimer again. But yeah, Garrett Felix again. That one, ball 1. The guy we talked about it on Tuesday when Luke Nowak got injured, but Garrett Felix was the consistent leadoff hitter for the Train until Luke came to Bethesda, the 1-0, fouled behind.
Well, I talked to him after the game, and he says he actually really enjoys the leadoff spot. He says he enjoys most the one or two hole, and then he's been, this season he's been in that 5, 6 hole kind of bouncing around there, and even he's been in the 4 hole a couple times. But I really like him here, the leadoff spot.
Me too. Again, he's so good at getting on base, whether that's a hit, a walk, the 1-1, 2-1. He just plays so smart at the plate, and I think that's showing here.
He knows how to take pitches and see the ball well. Wow.
The 2-1 popped up in the infield. Tellier, the shortstop, calling it. Center fielder Hakobian going to come in and grab it instead. It's back-to-back outs. Can the 2-out pressure help Holzheimer here?
Kind of the heart of the lineup coming up with 2 outs. So we've seen a lot of pop flies.
Yes.
Big Train going to need to start barreling up the ball a little more. Want to get those runs on the board.
Delano, first pitch to Holzheimer, high ball. On deck, should we see him, DM Jefferson. So like you said, getting into that heart of the order. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Delano, the 1-1. Low, did the bat come around? It did. So count 1-2 now for Holzheimer.
That was a nice pitch there from Delano. That's a slider that looks like a fastball, and it just drops down, bounces.
The 1-2, low, ball 2, count evens.
Tried to do the same thing right there. Good job by Holzheimer to lay off that.
That one popped up in the infield. Second baseman coming for it, and Harity will get there. So that's a 1-2-3 inning. When we come back, it'll be Adam Tellier leading off in the bottom of the 3rd for the Aces. Leading off here in the bottom of the 3rd for the Aces is the shortstop, Adam Tellier. Cade Woods still on the mound. Was very impressed with the way he ended the bottom of the second. Starts with a ball to Tellier.
I've noticed Tellier gets on base a lot against Big Train, and he's a real threat on the base pass as well, really fast. So Cade can get him out. It'd be really good job by Woods.
That one in, count 1-1. Yeah, Tellier, shortstop, got a lot of speed and athleticism on the base path, and so I agree, Bennett. It would be a great way to start here in the bottom of the third. That one, chopped to T.J. Rogers, and over to first. Nice little ground out.
That's huge for Woods right there, because getting the first out of the inning, it's just a confidence builder.
Yeah.
You know, the last 2 innings, he wasn't, both leadoff hitters got on in the last 2 innings, so Woods really has to be happy about that.
Yeah, he actually has not been able to start the first or the second with 2 consecutive outs, so that could be huge as well as Dylan Kuntz comes to the plate. That one fouled back, count 0-1.
We said last inning that got a few Big Train pitchers in the bullpen, and if he goes a 1-2-3 right here, I wouldn't be surprised if you see him back out for the 4th.
And again, just how crazy would that be? When we saw Cade Woods for the first time, he faced 3 batters, and now he's out here in the first game of the championship, ahead 0-2 to Dylan Kuntz. Like, unreal.
Yeah, well, he's settling in well, battling when he needs to battle. See if he can get the second out here.
The 0-2 and down swinging goes Kuntz. So Bennett, to answer your question, yes, he can get the second out here.
Well, that's just a really well-put slider right there, down. Good job by Schiavone blocking that. It's an ideal 2-strike pitch right there, Allie.
So C.J. Boyd here coming up, and Woods, for the first time, the potential for a 1-2-3 inning. Boyd gets started with a swing and a miss.
Another slider right there, another swing and a miss.
The 0-1, 1-1. Woods going to step off for a bit, regroup. You know, the last time he pitched was in the Aces doubleheader at Povich, and that was a really hot game. Told me it was really tough to be out there. Swing and a miss there, count 1-2. Much more ideal conditions
it's
tonight.
A lot cooler.
Yeah.
And when it's really hot out there, you start to sweat, and the
Well,
ball
I
starts to
remember
slip.
he asked for a towel, and he told me, he was like, my hand was completely sweaty. The 1-2, and down swinging goes C.J. Boyd. Cade Woods, a 1-2-3 inning. Ends it with back-to-back Ks. Bennett, that was some incredible stuff.
Well, yeah, he just rolled through the heart of the order of the Aces right there. Those are their best hitters, and he really made them look silly, Allie. Made them look silly, in my opinion.
He did indeed.
He just silly is probably not the best word there, but he just kept him off balance, using that slider really well. And, I think he comes back out for that 4th inning.
I think we might see him, but here in the top of the 4th, can the Big Train bats make something happen? Still down 2-0. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back. Leading off here in the top of the 4th for Bethesda is DM Jefferson. On deck, Sean Lane. And then in the hole, TJ Rogers. DM shows bunt, lays it down foul.
Really good idea right there. I do like that idea.
I do
DM has
too.
some great speed, and the Big Train really need a spark a rally right here.
Yes.
giveaways to get on. Obviously, to get on base here, but.
Welcome back. New pitcher on the mound for the Big Train. It's Kai Burdick. At the plate, JT Carter. Bases are still loaded for the Aces. 0-1 count. Burdick fires the 0-1 ahead 0-2. Again, Burdick just needs to come in here and get the third out for the Train.
Well, good start right there. 2 strikes with that fastball.
Burdick, the 0-2 pitch to Carter, bounces above Schiavone, and another run will come home for Alexandria. Kuntz reaches the plate. Runners will advance. Now Sullivan on second.
Yeah, nothing Schiavone could do there. I think that bounced over his head. So
Yeah, 1-2
tough
count
break
now.
there for the Big Train.
Burdick, the 1-2 high, ball 2. The 2-2 fouled back. Burdick, the 2-2. And Carter came around. Aces not happy with that call, but that will be the third out. So the Aces tack on 4 in the bottom of the 6th, extend their lead to 7-4. The Big Train more ground, 7-2. 8-2. 8-2. Lots of ground to cover for the Train when we come. Welcome back. At the plate now for the Big Train is Trey Wingett. On deck, we'll be back to the top of the order with Garrett Felix. Wingett gets started fouling that one back.
Forgive us, Allie is trying to, figure out our situation with the rain right now, so she's moving some things so it doesn't get wet.
Wingett pops that one out to left field. It'll drop in foul territory. At bat will continue 0-2 count. Never seen so many wet cords.
Well, we have to adjust.
I know, improvise and adapt.
Just like the Big Train have to.
Yes, so true. Wingett, swing and a miss. He's down, and that's the first out. Garrett Felix going to come to the plate, back to the top of the Big Train order.
Now batting, right fielder, Garrett Felix.
First pitch to Felix, ball. Crochet still on the mound for the Aces. Came in for Delano. Gave up 2 runs. The top of the 6th. Garrett grounds that one to second. Speeding to first, but can't get there. That's back-to-back outs. So it'll be up to Warren Holzheimer to try and make something happen here with the 2-out pressure. First pitch to Holzheimer, ball. Crochet, the 1-0, 2-0 now to Holzheimer.
I think Holzheimer's only rocking with 1 batting glove right now.
Interesting choice. That one in, 2-1. Crochet not going down yet. Three-one now. Holzheimer exercising some serious patience as he does ahead in this count.
Likes to draw those walks.
Yes. And as you say it, Bennett, he will. So Holzheimer going to take his base, and DM Jefferson coming up. Still 2 outs, but the Train again need anything here. So they're down 8-2.
Rain's lightening up a little bit here.
Things I love to hear.
You really do like to hear that.
Shout out to the Aces staff, giving me an Aces t-shirt to dry all our equipment. Much appreciated. Crochet starts with the ball to Jefferson.
Well, I know you don't want to count out the Big Train, but it is the 6-run deficit here in the 7th. So it's got to be a all hands on deck tomorrow, right? For game 2?
Yes.
If they end up falling.
Yes, you would think so. It'll be at Shirley Povich. Atmosphere should be hype.
Yeah, if you're listening and in the area, 7 p.m. tomorrow night.
Get
game
there.
2.
Should be a good one. The 1-1 to Jefferson. Ball 2. Yeah, I would think all hands on deck tomorrow. And then, honestly, if we do manage to pull out a win here tonight, still kind of all hands on deck. Don't want to push it to 3 games.
Well, of course.
3-1 the count now to Jefferson. Crochet struggling once again to find the zone. It's happening to him early, and now it's happening again. The 3-1, and that's back-to-back walks. Holzheimer going to advance to second. DM Jefferson first, and who else but Sean Lane coming up to the plate.
Never know, Allie.
You never know. Friend going to have a chat with Crochet.
Lane, I believe, has been on base once tonight. The walk in his last at bat. Ended up coming in to score.
The balk.
On the balk, yes. Need something here.
Yeah, again, 2 runners on, 2 outs. First pitch, ball. The 1-0, swing and a miss, count 1-1. The 1-1, 2-1.
Crochet's been trying to paint that outside corner. It's been unsuccessful so far. They've been close, though. Well, good job by laying off of those outside pitches.
The 2-1 in, count 2-2. Now or never here for Sean Lane.
Got to protect the plate, shorten up, put the ball in play any way you can.
Crochet, the 2-2, Lane grounds that one deep into left field. That's a base hit that will load the bases. So Holzheimer on third, Jefferson on second, Lane on first, and TJ Rogers coming up to the plate, who is 2 for 3 today.
And another 2-out rally, Allie. I think we say it every time.
That also rhymed. 2-out rally alley.
What can I say? I'm a man with words, I guess.
You sure you've never done broadcasting before this?
I'm positive. Maybe I'm a quick learner.
You gonna try broadcasting when you get back to school?
No, it's a good question. I'm not sure.
You should. I have friends who do writing primarily, but still do broadcasting sometimes for fun. That one low. Rogers gets started ahead 1-0.
We'll see.
If you're thinking about it.
Yeah, it could be interesting. But, you know,
I think it forces you to think about the game in a different way.
Stakes are a little higher in the SEC
Probably.
than the Cal Ripken League, but no, I've had a great time.
The 1-0 fouled right toward Bennett. Count 1-1.
Ooh. Thank gosh for fences.
Yeah. The 1-1 in. Count 1-2 now to Rogers. Crochet, the 1-2, that one fouled toward the lot. Huge moment for TJ Rogers, huge moment for Nick Crochet. Could get himself out of a serious jam here. Rogers could help his team get back in this one. The 1-2 high, count evens.
I haven't seen that kind of slow looping curve from Crochet yet. I wonder if this be a good time to throw that.
The 2-2 popped up. Gonna go out in foul territory, so Rogers gonna live to see another day.
Yeah, another life. That was close.
That was close. Both Friend and Offshack were making runs for it. Coach Sal yelling at TJ to battle, which he is doing. Can he continue to do so, make something happen? Umbrella's coming down. It's getting real.
It's a light sprinkle right now, so don't think it's terrible.
Crochet, the 2-2. That one fouled up the backstop. So still battling.
Yeah, TJ Rogers doing a good job fouling off these pitches. You know, I think he's only been given fastballs so far. I think Crochet will stick with it, and I think TJ Rogers will be ready for one. And I think his delivery kind of throws all the hitters off.
Yeah. The 2-2 fouled up again.
There's the first off speed, and a good job by Rogers to stay alive. Been a 2-2 count for a while.
Yeah. And that one, grounded foul this time toward the Aces dugout. He is just not quitting.
Well, 2 straight curveballs from Crochet right here, right there. He's slowing up. Trying to slow up Rogers' bat. I think he goes fastball right here.
The 2-2 low, full count.
Really nice. Really good fight right now.
Mm-hmm.
Runners will be on the move. The 3-2, 2 outs, bases loaded.
And that is a full count walk. Bases loaded. Holzmer going to come home. Rogers will take his base. The Big Train tack on one more. Baylor Cobb going to come to the plate.
What an at bat right there, Allie.
Seriously.
Just a great job by TJ. You know, seeing the ball down. Didn't swing at it, obviously, and then threw mostly fastballs there, but did a good job also fouling off those 2 off-speed pitches he saw. Now Baylor Cobb with a chance to tack into that deficit.
That one, a base hit down into right field. DM Jefferson going to come home. Sean Lane going to hold. Bases still loaded. And the Big Train tack on another. Baylor Cobb loves the 2-out pressure as well.
Yeah, found a hole. The line keeps moving, Allie.
Bases still loaded. Now Jason Schiavone coming to the plate. Great stuff there from Baylor Cobb.
Looks might get a pitching change here or just a mound visit. Yeah, Jason Schiavone had a liner into left field last time.
Signaling to the pen, Crochet's day is done. We'll take a quick break, but the Big Train have something going here in the top of the Welcome back. On the mound for the Aces is Brody Valentine. Bases still loaded. 2 outs for the Train as Jason Schiavone is at the plate. First pitch of ball. Sean Lane on third. TJ Rogers on second. Baylor Cobb on first. Baylor Cobb reached on an RBI single that brought home DM Jefferson.
Allie, our heart rate is increasing a little bit right
Yeah,
now.
my heart rate's increasing. Are you kidding me? The 1-0. High again. Ball 2.
Missed with a curveball and then fastball. Be ready, Jason. Might get a pitch to hit here.
The 2-0. That one grounded to first. Can Schiavone beat it? He can. Schiavone save it first. Sean Lane comes home. TJ Rogers come home. And 2 more runs on the board. Valentine tried to get it over to his first baseman, Sullivan, but couldn't.
Allie, we got a ball game.
And we do have a ball game. That's 2 more runs on the board for the Train. It's now 8-6. Colton Hegwood now has Baylor Cobb on second and Schiavone on first.
Well, he didn't mean to swing there. It was a check swing, but the catcher's speed. The speed, Allie. Jason Schiavone made that happen. 2 runs are in. We got a 2-run ball game. This team doesn't go away.
No, it literally never does. Valentine, first pitch to Hegwood. Ball.
Dugout's pumped. Fans are pumped.
I'm pumped.
I'm pumped. You never know.
You never know.
We've said that a lot.
I know, but
However,
I mean it. The 1-0. Hegwood pops that one up foul. Sorry about that. My phone is a little messed up. Thank you, Ian. Yeah, that's good. It just wasn't straight. Valentine, a 1-1 count. Again, 2 runners on. Eyeing Cobb there on second. Sends in the 1-1 to Hegwood. That one grounded. Second baseman running for it. Can he get there in time? He is out at first. Hegwood cannot believe that call, but they're going to say that Harity got the ball to Sullivan in time. Sullivan's foot was on the first base bag. So that'll end the run for the Train, but they do tack on 4 runs in the top of the 7th. And Bennett, what an effort from Bethesda.
well, I don't know what to say, Allie. One, I don't really like the slide into head first right there. I've just never been a big fan of it. But who cares? We got 4 runs in the inning. This is still a ball game.
Seriously.
You know, when, walking off the mound last half inning in the bottom of the 6th, it looked like the Big Train were down. They were out of it, but they're back.
They are back. It's 8-6. Can Kai Burdick keep it there in the bottom of the inning? We'll be back shortly. Welcome back. Now batting for the Aces is the catcher, Jacob Friend, and Kai Burdick back on the mound. Bottom of the 7th here. First pitch low for ball 1 to Friend.
A big spot here for Burdick. 2-run deficit. Really have to keep it at 8-6. We're in a very similar situation as last inning, as Trey Wingett is going to lead off the inning again.
And then we'll be back to the top. Burdick, the 1-0. That one fouled off. Count 1-1. And just some serious fight from the Big Train. 2 outs. And then rallied. Holzmer got on base with a walk. DM got on base with a walk. Sean Lane singled. Loaded the bases. TJ got on base with a walk, and that brought a run home. Holzmer. 1-1 low and in.
You can't get too comfortable against the Big Train.
No, and then Baylor Cobb, an RBI single that brought home DM. And then Jason, a single that brought home Sean and TJ. Crazy stuff. Then Colton almost made it safely, too.
He did. Great hustle,
It was a great hustle, but was tagged out at first. The 1-2 high, count 2-2. So there's your little recap of how the Big Train tacked on 4 runs. Was crazy.
A lot of hustle on the infield by us.
Yeah.
It's a great play. Great.
The 2-2, that one grounded to Sean Lane. Going to take it to the bag himself for the first out.
Yeah, nice play from Lane right there.
Yeah.
And knowing Colton Hegwood was kind of shaded over towards the second base bag right there, chose to take it himself. And we have 1 out here.
Again, the bottom of the order, so the same way Caleb Woltz got started. Friend, Offshack, Harity. Friend and Offshack were taken care of by Woltz, but then it got a bit out of hand for him, unfortunately. So the Aces tacked on 4 runs, also in the bottom of the 6th. Burdick, though, a strike to get started here to Offshack. Burdick, the 0-1, chop foul front.
Pounding the strike zone with that fastball. Did you know Kai Burdick throws a splitter?
No, I did not.
Yeah, he throws a splitter. And it's one of the rare pitches you see.
I know he was Napoleon Dynamite one year for Halloween.
That's
These are the questions you ask versus the questions I ask. The 0-2 and down swinging goes Offshack.
I think that could have been the splitter right there. Left it up a little bit, but ended up working. Dropped into the elevated part of the strike zone, and we got 2 outs now.
It's back-to-back outs. Brendan Harity coming up. Can Burdick make something happen with a nice 1-2-3 inning? We haven't seen it since Cade Woods did it in the bottom of the 3rd.
Well, this is kind of what same situation happened last inning.
It is the same one.
See if Kai can instead get this guy and work 1-2-3 inning.
That one in, count evens 1-1. Burdick, the 1-1 high. Ball 2.